Alrighty, so here's my bridge project. So I work for Wash Your Hands Incorporated, and we were contacted by Purell, who need a bridge to transport their hand sanitizers to the masses. So they had us build a cheap bridge and a very unique bridge. And the cheap bridge is Bridge 1, otherwise known as Old Reliable. And as you can see, it's in an arch formation, and I'll talk about the design summary later. But due to it being hollow tubes and carbon steel, it came out at $229,000. And when the truck goes across it, as you can see, major stress on the arch itself. Very, very close to snapping, and in many previous iterations, it did snap, but in this one, it did not. It's able to hold the truck up. So the design itself, I settled on an arch formation because I think it's the most efficient way to get a strong bridge that's also cheap. So once there was an arch, I basically just whittled down the cost and strength of the materials until I got something that worked. So the most important part of the structure is the arch itself. So that needs to be the strongest. So those are the thickest, and in the designing software you can change how hollow it is, how hollow the tube is. So I changed the amount of space in the middle of the tube, and that was the least so for the arch. These are a little smaller because their job isn't as intense, but as you can see here, they still take a fair amount of stress as the truck goes across, like that. But yeah, on to the unique bridge, which is called Oval Bridge. So I was thinking, when I was making unique bridge, what kind of bridge am I going to make? And I thought, why not just make it an oval? So there's an oval here. Some people have pointed out that it looks like a bunch of teeth, but I've decided to ignore that. And just, partially because I wanted to, and partly because it's funny, I made it all quenched and tempered steel, all solid bars, and they're all the thickest possible, which is extraordinarily overkill, but I think it's kind of funny. And it came out to $7 million, which is, pocket change. But it's extremely strong, and this is without exaggeration, but even with exaggeration, it doesn't bend down very much at all, as the stress is pretty evenly distributed along the arch. Once again, it is an arch, so the actual arch part is this part that's holding up the most weight. But yeah, it's extremely strong. If it didn't cost $7 million, I think we'd all be. I think I'd be using this for my primary bridge. But like I said, this design wasn't as I guess intensive as the other one. I just made the bars extremely thick, and the way I designed it was I made an arch and then mirrored it, and then I connected it to the posts. So pretty simple, not a whole lot to talk about, I guess. But yeah, there we go.